Hi, good night. It's Coffee Tea or Lab, which Ramona is indefatigable. Hi, yes. Yeah, don't mind me. I just did my ad for dossier. And oh my god, the scent, I love the scent. So it makes me perky. It's a mood buster. It lifts me up. I'm lifted up. Alright, so I have a lot of things to talk about tonight. Not really a lot, considering. But how are you guys? Let me just let you know what's going on with me and what's tea. So I was on my way to meet up with the ladies on the ultimate girls trip, and this is my best Cynthia. So Cynthia is my muse for my outfit tonight, because Cynthia loves those soft flowy gowns. Sorry, I just eat some grape. I can't eat anything so I just eat so grape. I'm gonna eat nothing from there. But I cook pepper steak tonight, so that's not bad. Turn that down, turn that down. After I say I cook my pepper steak, right? Tajay, me I hear that. After I say I cook my pepper steak, right? So Tajay I got ask me say, oh, me I cook the steak. So I say pepper steak, you know, like when you go to the Jamaican restaurant here, why you always gotta do everything Jamaican? You know, I'm looking at her like, girl, what the, you know me, I can't make no girl child, you know I can make me a baked macaroni cheese and all that. But and I'll make my collard greens and so I'm trying to sort myself out so that we can have at least a semi-good Christmas, because just the idea of being here until the new year is, we're not even going to think about it, but just because of how it looks currently right now, we're going to make ourselves have a good Christmas no matter where we at. So if we still in here, you see, hey, I took my pictures down in the kitchen and all that. We're going to put them back up. Yes, I still did not put the pictures up through Thanksgiving. We had no Thanksgiving. We had the food, but we didn't, like, you know. I'm going to put my pictures back up, though. And we are going to get a Christmas tree, hopefully. And we get our Christmas going at this late venture, at this late stage in the game. We going to put it together, all right? We're going to put Christmas together. And I'm going to blog, whatever, about our Christmas. If it's a broke back Christmas, don't say nothing. If I broke back Christmas, but even not sure it, but I use them. No, we just keep a Christmas to ourselves, but we're going to have one. And I never know in week, I must enjoy ourselves right in yourself and in yourself with the right there, so she can we not look on the enemy. Not at all. No time soon. Yeah, yo. So the next thing I want to talk about is, we're going to talk about the, One More Chance review. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I want to talk about the Ultimate Girls Trip. Chance. Yes, I said Chance already. And Porsha's Family Matters. I wanna talk about that young lady, Teyana Taylor. I don't know if I'm gonna get to her tonight, but hopefully I do. Hopefully. Alright, so I want to start with Chance, just so we can get it over with. The review for this episode is not that long to me, because it was, a very tame episode. The ladies had their confrontation with their competition. Their biggest competition in the house, apparently to themselves or whatever, however it's going. And we got to see, what's her name? Yodla and Madam Bougie had their little face off. And it was kind of good, because it seemed like they was bonding on some type of level on the emotional things that they went through together. I thought they was going to fight, but they wasn't going to fight, because it was at the pool and it was beautiful. And Bad and Bougie was looking sexy and looking great and good. And Yola was looking beautiful. And I didn't see no reason for nobody to pop off more than they had a good little talk and let each other know how they felt about what was going to occur at Elimination. Next thing was Roly-Poly and Soldier Girl. You know Roly-Poly, she could read you way better than Soldier Girl. Soldier Girl did get one or two little digs in, but Roly-Poly was letting her have it, letting her know that Chance is her man, and she know that Chance is gonna choose her, and they had their little face off or whatever. It got a little bit, you know, but you know Roly-Poly wasn't gonna be like jumping at Soldier Girl, cause Soldier Girl's so little, even though she tall, like in them high heels she be wearing. But she really not. She's a daintily beautiful little girl. So I don't see why Roly would have want to pop on her. Anyway, so next thing we at damn Chance and Micah having their little tete-a-tetes or whatever you call it, to talk about what decisions they gonna make about, you know, who's going home or whatever. If it was up to Micah, everybody would be going home, because he ain't choose none of these people, so he ain't choosing none of these people. So finally we have our elimination. And don't look at my eyebrow. I don't tell her already, so I do not know for the eyebrows. I mean, I'll try it myself. It's my daughter, she in there, so she me not even ask she if do no makeup, and she can do makeup, you know. Me not ask her if do no makeup, my love. I just do everything myself, because me just say when the day come and me can get somebody for come do my makeup, let them come do it, because Karma depend. I am Karma or Richie. Karma depend something different from me right now, so Karma said, why you don't learn to do it yourself? But makeup artist ask me why I don't learn to do makeup. Mr. Karma, I don't want to do it. But I don't think it looks too bad tonight, other than the eyebrow. I know I just the eyebrow give me the bad problem them like that. But you know, said them, yeah, I forgot to work out them there. Anyway, elimination. Chance saying it's time for Yola to go. Oh, Jesus. Bye, Yola. We loved you. It was time. He did give her a chance to explain herself as to the fact that he thought when he brought her back, she was going to like take control of the house, take control of the situation, and, you know, show that she comes to run it. Which she was in the back seat, she was making like allegiances with the girls that she did, that none of them ain't getting nowhere, versus with Chance. And when she had a little argument with Slim, and she was telling Slim, you know, you want me to give you a job, you know, you want a job or whatever, you need a job, da or whatever, it wasn't occurring. So then it's like, okay, what's really happening? What's tea? So I want to hurry up and do this, because somebody going live and I want to see it. Oh, Jesus. Larry Reid going live and I want to see, because he talking about Prophet Manasset Jordan, and I'm going to do a piece on Prophet Manasset Jordan, regardless if Larry like it or not. I'm going to be doing my piece on Prophet Manasset Jordan, but I do want to go over there and catch a tea, so I'm going to be finishing this tea, and I'm going to go over there at Larry Reid live, because you know me, I'm going to shout it out. Anyway, so I'll be over there in a minute. Oh, so Yola. Yeah, Yola should have came in. She should have shut it down. She should have do what he got to do. She came in offering people a job like she had this in the bag, and it wasn't nothing happening with her. She ain't show us no bedroom action, no movement towards Chance, no movement like, you know, like Chance is my man. I'm here to stake my claim this season, and that's what they do. I didn't get it. I got homegirl. You my homegirl. We gonna be homegirls for life. You gonna be my homegirl for life. I got that. So bye, Yola. I love you. And she looked beautiful going out. She ain't give two. She was just like, okay. All right. So Bad and Bougie up next. She has a scene on OnlyFans with her ex-man, still posted on her page, and they were saying Soldier Girl was saying they Bad and Bougie planning to buy a house with her ex-man. She just wanted the money from the come up to, you know, she want to maybe win the show to get the money from the winnings. I don't know what's occurring. And so that's going to help her to buy her house, because she's closing on a house with her ex-man or ex-man. I don't know which man. However, Bad and Bougie is still my highest contender at the end of the day. I would like her to remove the scene from OnlyFans if that's what they do. Get they out the way before we come back again. Like, get rid of the OnlyFans and be the woman that you say you're gonna be for Chance. That I'm rooting. I am rooting for you, Bad and Bougie. I am rooting for you. Now don't fuck it up. Anyway, I don't know why everybody gotta have an OnlyFans. I don't know what the hell they do. I don't know what they do with. I don't know how we have a love. Looking for love show, and everybody that we hired is on OnlyFans. Now that's amazing. So yeah, okay. I'm not. Oh, Soldier Girl, she need to go home. I thought she was going home because Chance told her that he need her to go home because between the 2 babies that she have, and there are young babies, and like she just had a baby, apparently, allegedly, is the tea. And I don't know how Chance gonna handle that because you could be away from the baby for a couple weeks, but how long you gonna, she a soldier, so definitely they don't be with their kids a lot unless they based. So if she based, her Soldier Girl need to go back to the army with the kids, get her little money, do her schooling, and get her little bachelor's degree or master's or whatever, and get off OnlyFans and use what she got, because she got more than a lot of people around here if she really coming from the army, and that's true tea. Anyway, she said no, girl. So Chance was like, you don't be acting like you fighting for this or whatever. Soldier Girl, I don't think you're gonna work out. So Soldier Girl, she went. He said, you gotta go. So she went, baby girl. Soldier Girl said, she walked out like 1/58 of the way. She walked off about 1/58 of the way to get out. All right. Now, that was a whole purpose mess because he's like, well, Soldier Girl, you gotta go that way, sweetie. You gotta keep going that way. She said, I'll go. But she was still standing there. So Chance was like, you don't want to go, huh? So the girl said, So the girl like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going to create a scene. I'm going to wait till you do what you got to do, and we going to talk over here because you got to have a space for me, baby, because I ain't going nowhere. And I said nowhere. Okay. So Roly going home. Sent Roly home. Of course, I love Roly. Roly gives him a hug and everything. And Roly needs her own show. So he said, Roly, I love you and everything. She said, well, I hope I find love. And right there and then I'm just like, okay, Roly needs to get her show next. Looking for love or whatever. That's next. Like, as this network, like Lemmy, Janisha, all y'all people, I need more than one show to keep my $4.99 subscription going every month, honey. Because when you paying $4.99 for, them people, which Peacock asking me for $4.99 to watch Ultimate Girls Trip and all of that, and I'm looking at them like, I ain't giving you my $4.99 because I'm already giving it to Zeus. Well, Madati is. I'm not in the mood for that. Like, I need shows upon shows upon shows on a monthly basis. I need production to be giving me stuff. I need to have stuff to watch. The network needs like 10 shows at a time, 5 at least. Like, let's get it popping. The baddies, Jocelyn. I know they said, I think Jocelyn just finished taping or whatever. I don't know. I need more shows than that. Like, literally need more shows than that to like keep this thing going, because yeah, we watching everything, but the amount of money we making now, we need to actually put that money back into getting more people into the company, casting, filming, people, shows. Excuse me. Use what you got to get what you want. You already got Roly, you got Mangina, and you got a couple of 1s and 2s. Not everybody can have a whole show built around them, but you can recycle the people because you're a network that has a network. This whole show on the internet is cute, but the $4.99 subscription fee, we need to have something popping on the damn TV that is put together that we could see. Not interested in all of that, because for me personally, we get the people probably watching it or whatever, but for me, I don't care what's going on with people going live in the middle of a show talking about what the hell's going on in the show. Excuse me, hello, You've been through it. Let me go through it and have my reaction, and then I will come back and watch you. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be, and as a person that does a review, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I want to watch the show. I'm reviewing the show. I'm not reviewing the real life story. I'm reviewing the reality TV. Right? So all this outside extra stuff of it being the show on the internet, we might as well have had the Zeus Network on YouTube. And I don't got to pay $4.99. I need to see people being cast and put together on shows that are put together in front of me, and I have good things to talk about, good things to see, and good things to aspire to be in. Thank you, Lemuel Plummer. Okay. This is my little 2 cents. So, Roly leaving, talking about some Chance gonna be stuck with the Botox kitty cat and baby mama drama. So that was funny. You know Roly funny. She gonna funny coming in, she funny coming out. So I need her to have her own show. I think that she could actually pull the ratings. And while I'm on Chance, I didn't say it, but when I'm finished doing my video and watching Larry Reid live, I'm actually gonna go watch TT, Do You Love Me? Because I love K-Sway, is that the person name? K-Way. I love K-Way on IG. I don't follow K-Way up a lot, but that person is very, very dynamic. So I want to know why we're not. So I'm gonna go review it. I'm gonna review K-Way, and I'm gonna see if people talk about TT, Do You Love Me. But I'm about to go watch TT, Do You Love Me. So I'm like, okay then. With the $4.99 subscription, I had to see a clip from somewhere showing me that. I didn't even know that that was available. So I got to go back into my Zeus archives and figure out what occurred. I started watching, mind you, Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony. So I'm on like episode 3 or 4 of Tokyo Tony. My daughter, Madati, she watched the whole season of Tokyo Tony already. That it was hella funny going in. So I'm just like, well, what happened? I know like stuff could happen, but dang, like, you know, she was coming out, you know, I don't know about the cast members that they picked for her. It was funny though. So I know I'm about to watch TT, Do You Love Me, and it's about to be funny to me. I am excited about that. So I did want to let y'all know that's my next thing that I'm coming up. I'm going to be reviewing TT, Do You Love Me? Let's just see what it's like. I know it's comedic. I love K-Way. And so I'm going to put a little bit of energy into that because I'm interested. It's been 2 days now that I have made up my mind. I just wanted to do my video first and get everything out before I start watching that. All right, so that's it for Chance. So next week, I'm excited to find out who Chance is going to pick. I think it's going to be Bad and Bougie. For me, personally, that's my highest contender. It couldn't be nobody else. And so, therefore, that's who I love. So let's talk about... I'm a little behind on the Ultimate Girls Trip because with everything going on and, you know, everything else. So, you know, I'm putting extra stuff on myself when I take on another show, but I don't mind because I am watching them anyway. So I love to give you the tea, I love to talk, and I love to give you exactly what needs to be given. And so I am doing the damn thing. Now, I wanted to talk about the Ultimate Girls Trip, and I am, Cynthia is my muse for this review. I'm going to give you episode 2, 3, and 4 review. Okay, so for episode 2 of the Ultimate Girls Trip, I thought that Luann was very adventurous, fashioned everybody with her hairy kitty. Ramona and Kenya starting over from the arguments they had in the first episode was good. Ramona said she's a trendsetter, nobody believed in her. That was epic. I can definitely tell you that that's a Ramona thing. You know it's Mona in the Fatigable Heights. Ramona. Yeah. That's a Ramona thing. When I was growing up, my mom, you know, my mom was a teacher and an acting principal in Jamaica. So when I was growing up, after my mom named me Ramona, And there were some books that came out, and they were called Ramona, the Ramona books. Ramona, Beezus, and some other people. Ramona was like, not Nancy Drew, more like Matilda. And the first book that I got was Ramona in Trouble Again. I don't know why my mother bought me that book, because it seemed like I was always getting in trouble. I don't know if I was living up to the damn book or what. But it was always Ramona, 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 and it's the Ramona books. So therefore, like, if your name is Ramona, you just know automatically that you are that person. I am not as flagrant as Ramona is, and I am not as rude or whatever, but we do have a Ramona thing where to say she thinks she's a trendsetter, like we all do, like. And then me being Aries on top of it, that I know I definitely exude something that maybe a lot of people can't handle all the time, but I stay in my comfort zone, and I don't try to like overpower anybody or anything like that. I never do, and I never will. I always stay undertoned. And so that's why sometimes people would try to take advantage of me, because they think they, because I'm quiet, or because I don't react in the way they would react, or who they are. That's not where my power lies. My power lies in different places. So I know where my power lies, and I know where my weakness and my strengths are, and I know the art of war, because I read that book also. Confuciate. Eu strong mind. RHUGT. Dang. Yeah. Ancient Chinese secrets. So just to let you know, and we'll get into that when we get into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City story, when we talk about all the different religions that I have been through. Okay, all right, we're gonna remind me to talk about these. All right, so back to Ramona. So Ramona will not play fair. She's like wanting to play like tennis or something, but she's not playing with you if you're not pro. Like, that's just like selfish and just out of pocket. I don't know. Is her situation condescending though? I think it's a little bit condescending. Her attitude is. Excuse me. I don't care how much she tries to hide from it, or run from it, or pretend that that's not so. That's exactly what it is. Her behavior is very condescending. It's very entitled. Yeah. So Cynthia and Teresa were bonding. That was cute. And Melissa and Kenya have bonded. That's also cute. Cynthia not liking Melissa and Kenya bonding. That wasn't so cute. Ramona likes Teresa a lot. Ramona Googles people also, just to let you know. And the next show that we should have is also a Luann Finding Love. That's my next thing I'm looking for from Bravo, because Luann was flirting the whole time and looked like she need a man. So Cynthia was having a little bit of reservations about Kenya and what's her name, Melissa, becoming friends, and she didn't seem to like it. And I thought that was, weird, but a little bit not. So I know the internet was breaking about Cynthia and all of that, but I have my own take on it. I'm just going to let you know. So for episode 3, we have Cynthia now having a problem with Kenya and Melissa. I think Cynthia is hurting because she's hinting at Mike's cheating, because she's saying that when they're talking about stuff coming up in the tabloids and, stuff is going to break or whatever, she's like, oh, yes, you know it's going to break, it's going to come. So it's like you're just, you have to prepare yourself for that type of, event. Now, we had this discussion. Before the discussion, we now have Kenya versus Cynthia. And Kenya coming late. Kenya is disrespectful, in my opinion. Kenya coming late to Cynthia's night. Kenya making it about her. Kyle saying, okay, I don't like the game. Kenya knowing where Cynthia is coming from as a friend. Refusing to say, oh, well, I understand that you may not like it or whatever, but Cynthia is this type of person that she's always trying to, whatever, as a friend, that I came there with. That I begged everybody to give you a pass because everybody was already calling my phone telling me that they were scared of you and everybody was worried about you. And I had to tell everybody, like, okay, ease up on her and her attitude or whatever. So I paved the way for you, honey. Okay? All right. She came late and she started eating before everybody else. She did a Ramona. Kenya, she did a Ramona. And that was disrespectful because you were the main one complaining about those types of actions, right? Okay. I think that Kenya being messy puts Cynthia in a bad light, and I think Kenya is being messy. I know that Cynthia knows that Kenya is disrespectful to her. This is not the first time Kenya has done this. When Kenya comes in and says, oh, that's not a fair question, it reminded me of Kenya coming in with the wine, saying, Cynthia, where, what wine would you put with this? And you're eating fish or seafood, and what wine are you doing? Rosé? Are you doing champagne? Like, while the woman was running a wine business, and just totally making her seem like a dum-dum and all these things. She's always trying to show Cynthia up and pretending like she's a friend, and I don't like that. And that's what Nene was alluding to way back in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Nene and I couldn't understand why Cynthia didn't see how manipulative Kenya is. Okay? Kenya manipulated that whole thing. And when Nene was upset at Kenya because of Cynthia wasn't catching tea, everybody was like, oh, Nene's jealous. No, this woman is being disrespectful as hell. Not only that, she's messy and makes Cynthia look like, oh, she's just jealous. And she's going around saying she's jealous. No, she's not jealous. She can't believe that we came here together and probably told each other that it is going to be us against them. And now when you get here, you flip the script. You're not even talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not, I don't know. Kenya, she doesn't do it for me. And Kyle coming out of her shell was cute to see her coming on the table and all of that. And that was episode 2 for me. Episode 3, is that what it is? Yeah. So episode 3, Cynthia finally giving Kenya that tit for tat. When they were at the dinner table and they went walking on the beach, and Cynthia's trying to speak to Kenya, and Kenya's moving around, and she's bending down, and she's not paying attention because what Cynthia is saying to her, she doesn't care about, because she really doesn't care about Cynthia as a friend. And it is obvious every time she gets around other people that she only needs Cynthia when she is by herself. Okay? All right. Kenya has her court appearance while on the girls' trip. Also, in addition to that, she talked bad about Cynthia's potato salad. So while they're at the table, somebody says, do you want some potato salad? She's for breakfast? No. And Cynthia didn't like that, honey. I don't know what comes up. Luann's body looks good. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. Luann flirting with the married Michael. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Married Michael flirting with Luann. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. When they said that he's delicate and soft-spoken, I'm just like, okay, yeah, because he's giving me delicate and soft-spoken. Kenya trying to form an alliance with Melissa. That's typical. It's a lot of flashing of body parts going on in the Ultimate Girls Trip. And I know we see that on, like, the Zeus Network. I know we see that maybe on, I don't know, Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. I'm not really seeing that. But these older women in from the Real Housewives New York franchise, they are flashing a lot. And, well, Cynthia's always flashed her boobs. And people have always flashed a little bit of something. I guess that's what you got to do on, Katie has no respect. I don't think so. She undervalues Cynthia constantly. And she just doesn't value Cynthia, period. Teresa and Melissa have this thing that's never going to change. And so, yeah, I don't like them to get to certain conversations, but I love how Teresa actually is handling her situation nowadays. I don't know if it's because she went to, you know, prison or whatever, but she is more toned down, and she's not, you could tell that she's made up her mind, like, okay, I'm not gonna argue no more, or we're not gonna argue about this, or we're not gonna take it there. I'm gonna just, she said it, like, if I need to shut my mouth just to have the peace, I'm gonna do that. And I love that about her. Luann Fashion Michael the whole time, that was epic, and it's gonna stay epic. Episode 4 was about the ladies were addressing some legal stuff, or, you know, tabloid stuff, and when to or when not to bring it up as far as like the show is concerned, or, you know, Teresa feeling some type of way about her friend. I forgot what her friend name was, because I used to watch New Jersey a long time ago, up until a certain point. And I don't know why I stopped, but because I don't know, when they get long like that, I'm just like, wow. But no. So her friend who had actually brought up her legal, you know, thing, and she felt some type of way about it. So the women were talking about that, and different people went through different things. And Kyle told the truth. She's like, well, you know, I would set the stage for my friend to kind of like clear the air or whatever, or however it goes. Now, Mark, Kenya, the divorce, I think that Kenya's gonna milk the hell out of Mark's nipples for her seasons, you know, with Real Housewives of, you know, Atlanta and Real Housewives, and that's gonna be her main cry scene, and she's gonna have that, and she's gonna bring that, and this is gonna occur. This is Kenya in her room crying, Cynthia not wanting to go in, production telling her to go in so that they can know what's going on. Cynthia coming in with the cameras because production told her to, and Kenya being mad about Cynthia coming in with production. Don't be mad, you know what's up. Cynthia didn't even want to come by there because Cynthia was going past it, but they told her to go in there, allegedly. I ain't see that, y'all, but I'm just gonna say that because I know Cynthia ain't want to go in there because she tired of Kenya being a big crybaby to other people because she want to get sympathy, and she knows who Kenya is, and she sees who Kenya is gonna be on this trip. Point blank, period. All right, so they had buggy rides and twister cars. Ramona to pee herself at the slumber party, child. I cannot. These women are in 10. They're peeing in their pants. Kyle saying she had sex at a black tie event at a dinner table while people were at the table. I don't know what Kyle thought. I don't know. She got body issues and she's shy and all that. And she said she did that. I don't know if she did that. I don't know what she did. I don't know how old she was. I don't know what kind of mind control. I don't know what kind of alter ego. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly. So she did call her husband, and he verified the story. So I guess that did occur for real. All right, so let me just go. I just want to talk about Cynthia and Kenya because everybody's a big deal on Cynthia. I'm not going to be on Cynthia because I know Kenya, and I've seen Kenya's work, and I know what Kenya is capable of, and it's not the first time she's doing this to Cynthia. She always does this to Cynthia. She makes Cynthia feels like nothing, makes her feel really small, treats her like she's really small. Cynthia's never said anything. Cynthia's never tried to speak up for herself. Cynthia's never tried to defend herself, and Cynthia has never tried to combat what Kenya has been doing. The only problem is Cynthia is doing that in a group of setting that the women do not know Kenya for real. Okay, and so they now, because they're liking this Kenya that they see versus the Kenya that they see on Real Housewives of Atlanta when they watch it, they're like, oh, this is the real Kenya. No, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the Kenya at all, okay? Do not be fooled, though. No. All right? Let's go back a couple seasons. Let's go back last season, season before, and season before, and the season before. Let's go back. All right? This is Kenya. This is her playbook. All right? Poor Cynthia is getting caught up in it because her real emotions are showing because she's saying, oh, I'm going to stand up for myself. Cynthia, you took too long. The boat has left the ferry, and you're now coming behind it, running it down, trying to get something done. It's too late. The disrespect is like, okay, now it's like Cynthia's always making it seem like people are doing something wrong or this, that, and that. And that Cynthia's definitely not that person. So what they're trying to portray Cynthia to be, for me, I'm not having it. Like, I do know 50 Cent. I know she had her issue and her problem with Kyle or whatever, which I don't understand why that occurred. If she said she wasn't comfortable, I mean, I could understand how the line of questioning would seem a little bit abrasive for a group of women, and you know, trying to judge each other and compare each other in a fresh new group and all of that. May have seemed that way to Kyle. Cynthia was trying to break the ice, so you could say, Booski, I love your butt. Girl, I love them hips. Girl, I love that face. Girl, I love that body, whatever. Like, I think that's kind of like how Cynthia was trying to bring it, and it just did not come across like that. And then Kenya, as her friend that knows Cynthia's thinking and knows Cynthia is kind of boring, and Cynthia doesn't really have that when it comes to doing these kind of stuff, then she should have said, guys, you know, Cynthia is a little bit like not up to like what everybody, you know, Cynthia wasn't gonna plan no stripper party with Bolo. Like, let's just get to it. You know what I mean? Call a thing a thing. So that's what that is for me, in my opinion. I don't know what nobody else think about it, but I definitely would like your opinion. And remember, it's cafeteria leverage. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video or I go live. Okay? Always leave comments because I answer every comment and I love feedback. All right? Okay. So that's that for that. And I wanted to address now the Porsche's Family Matters. Okay. So Porsche's Family Matters is, you know, coming along. Lauren's confessional is the most beautiful I've ever seen Lauren on Bravo TV, and it's a yes for me. Dennis trolling Porsha, saying she got to engage a week from the photo he put that he was trolling her on, and that it was a couple months before that they were together. Dennis is putting Porsha all the way on the spot. He's blowing up the spot, and he's letting us know that there was some interlapping going on, and he's not with it, okay? And he's not too convinced that Porsha loves this man that she says she gonna marry, and he's voicing his opinion, and I love Dennis, all right? Dennis not going to the cookout because a new woman is Porsha's worst nightmare, according to Bravo, is epic, okay? Porsha didn't say that. Dennis didn't say that. Bravo said that, okay? All right, so, all right. Porsha don't want none of Dennis chicks anywhere she at, because why would she want to have somebody with her man, or like, you know, not my ex-man, but with my man or whatever. So somewhere inside of Porsha, Dennis is still her man. Simon ringing the doorbell, coming to the cookout. Nobody looks. Simon hasn't met all the families as yet. And Simon, I don't think they was digging Simon anyway, but they just decided to be like open and let Simon come in. All right. Lauren plugging her new business in the midst of Porsche's Family Matters.
Wait, and strawberry.
Oh, awesome. You have a nice little fruit salad. You want to give me one of your strawberry?
Yes. Do you want a grape or strawberry?
I have some grapes. You could give me a strawberry, please.
Okay. I can get you this strawberry.
Thank you. You couldn't give me a big one?
Yeah.
You have to tap out the big one?
I'm not gonna take back the big one, but I'm not gonna take back the big one, but I go where the big one stay. The big one stay with you.
The big one is in your plate.
You go with that one, stay with you.
Yeah, this one will stay with me. You keeping the big one, I guess.
Yes.
Bye, I love you. So, yes, Lauren plugging her new business in the midst of Porsche's Family Matters is epic, baby. Epic, epic, epic. Lauren says, I do not work for Porsche in any capacity at all anymore. I'm like, you go, Lauren, girl, because you done had that come up and growth, and you getting your own Bravo check on Porsche's Family Matters, and I live for it. I'm here for all that. I'm here for Porsha putting the whole family into the reality show. I'm here for Mama Gina being in it. I'm here for all of that. I don't care what nobody wants to say about Porsha. Portia's auntie putting Simon all the way on the spot. Simon and Porsha in matching outfits at the cookout was cute. Lauren calling out the yes people in Portia's life. Is Lauren being messy, telling Dennis to bring a date? A little bit messy, I think so, but just being a little bit honest too. And just like I wouldn't tell my sisters, like, you know, ex-fiance to bring a date. I would not, because I just would not, because I know that I'm an Aries and I wouldn't want to see nobody there if I was the Porsha. So that would not occur for me. Lauren plugging her business, letting us know that she got her own thing going on, inviting her um her business partner on the trip that they going on. It's all cute. I'm just like, okay, Lauren, get what he got. All right. Okay. Simon multiple marriages is like pouring water out the back door, according to Porsha's family members. Simon is a rescuer, he said. I don't know who he rescuing. I don't know how he rescued Porsha. I don't know where he rescued her from. But with all of these allegations in the tea right now, it sounds more like she gonna be the one trying to rescue him, because they have him fighting a war against a lawsuit for foreclosure for a $5.8 million house or something like that. I don't know what they do. Simon stuck in the chair was very funny. Dennis is a part of the family, but they don't like how he treated Porsha. But I think that they want Porsha to be with Dennis. The family do. So that's why they had to give the little dig at Dennis to let Dennis know, like, oh yeah, we want her to be with you, but you wasn't working out. Yeah. Porsha's cousins like Simon. I don't know. Porsha has both toys at her house. She has Dennis and she has Simon. I don't know what they do. Like, who do they? Yes. Porsha's family saying Porsha needs to choose one of her men, and saying that we not gonna be with both now. Alright? Chabu. Dennis is my favorite. Porsha and her mother-in-law. Porsha said her mother-in-law is brand new, because the woman says she never cursed and all this stuff, and Aunt Gina looked like she be cursing up a damn storm every now and then, not all the time. Dennis' mother said Porsha cheated and her mama said so. Girl, that was a mess. I don't know what they do. I don't know where they do their date. The situation was weird with Simon and Dennis being at the cookout, just because the relationships are so fresh and new. For Porsha just meeting and being with somebody and bringing them into her relationship so quick, getting engaged so quick, it's weird. Dennis' mama crying. It's so much stuff going on at the table. It was a lot at the cookout. Mama Gina and the grandma, everywhere is war by Molly voice. The grandma saying Dennis loving the ladies. Dennis and she had a son like that, and his mama said her son is not a playboy, and she don't feel like what they do is what they said, and she want to tell the table that Porsha cheated, but she didn't get to that point. Now, Porsha's mother-in-law looks beautiful in them confessionals, honey. That woman looked good, all right? Yes, up to the time. All right. Porsha going out to eat with Dennis. She got these ugly clothes. Simon bought the whole line of this ugly muumuu-looking ugly dress. It looked like a pajamas, and she said she wearing that to go eat out with Dennis. I'm like, it should be Dennis and Porsha, really and truly. Like, that's what I think, but whatever. Dennis thinks the whole affair is crazy. He says Porsha ain't healed from him, because you can't even heal like your inside of your body. Like, if you break your arm or something, it's not going to be healed so soon. So what is she doing? He said we broke up in January. In May you engaged. It don't make no sense. I'm like, in January, is it the beginning or the end? Like, tell me what's going on. And then Dennis and Porsha talk. They always have a different timeline, like conflicting stories, like who left who, when, where, when, and what. Like, it's funny to me. Oh, and the next thing was that the whole thing about December, she said bring the ring, and he ain't bring the ring. So when he ain't bring the ring, she's somewhere in a relationship with Simon, and she said she decided to get over Dennis. And so get over it, Dennis. Next thing is Dennis likes the booty models, and both of them did not heal from this, but Dennis feels like they still love each other. And I think Dennis loved Porsha. I don't even know. I just think it was a lot of stuff going on, and Dennis ain't here for it, and he just gonna be telling them tales. Now, right about somewhere there, the ex entered the chat, and it became not about a conversation between a co-parent, but a conversation between an ex, two exes or whatever. And so Dennis said, if you gonna be at your house having a cookout, I'm bringing something too. So he went on to say, I need my stuff, like my Versace robe. That ain't yours. True. Dennis, why you gotta be like Dennis? Are you serious right now? I'm done. Dennis, why you trying to blow up Portia's spot about what she got and what she do not have? Dennis, you crazy. Something wrong with you. Like, why would you do that, sir? No. Child, Dennis and Porsha are a mess. She in that big ass robe. Dennis looking at naked peaks, trying to get her riled up. Next week she gonna have the episode coming next week. I guess her little cousin Minnie. She don't need Lauren no more. She ain't got no sidekick no more. So she got Mini Porsha. So I guess Mini Porsha is the one that's gonna be doing all dudes that Porsha ain't gonna be doing when they doing what they doing. All right. Now, Lauren and Porsha and Lauren and Porsha. Mini Porsha and Porsha auntie went to go see the yoga instructor, and the woman said that she was going to beat the gong so they could call in the ancestors. So she went to beat the gong, and Porsha auntie was like, Holy Spirit, come in here now. Child, that was the funniest part. You know why? Because the woman said she must say go to no church, no black people church, because we do not believe in familiar spirits. We ain't calling in nobody. Them just demons. She said, I had to call the Holy Spirit for the safety of myself and everyone. I'm just like, oh my God. So when the instructor started to beat the gong and she started singing Holy Spirit, she said it cleared the room. Lauren really looking at her like, Miss, is you serious? Like, for real, did you not just hear the woman say that she's studying to be a shaman? I had the best time ever. Guys, I don't know what's going on with Porsha. You know, they're saying a lot. They're doing a lot. It's a lot going on. The lawsuit Simon just got hit with is a big deal. And then over a $5.8 million house. I don't know which house it is because she said he got 5 houses. The next thing is that Porsha done wrote this book called The Pursuit of Porsche, allegedly. Allegedly, in the book, Porsha is talking about the fake date she done dated. She was with R. Kelly. She was an R. Kelly slave for like 5 minutes, okay? And in them 5 minutes that she was an R. Kelly slave, apparently, allegedly, and this is what I'm talking about in the news. We'll have the news break it down for you in the magazines and the papers and the you know, online, anywhere you go, you Google it. They're not telling you a whole bunch of stories because you got to read the book to get everything. So I'm getting to the book. But right now, at this point, I'm at the breakdown. They said Porsha dated R. Kelly for like 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, Porsha said her friend told her she was going to take her to the record studio so she could meet R. Kelly. So she was like, I bet. So they went to R. Kelly's house. When they got there, the friend went to R. Kelly's studio. When they got there, the friend left her in the bedroom. She was there 4 hours. When R. Kelly came, they had sex. She came back to the house a couple times. She was, you know, back and forth to the house a couple times. Sometimes I don't know what occurred. They had sex. He may, or I don't know, like drinking her blood. I don't know, like, you know, peeing on her. I don't know if he did. She said, I don't know. But she said that it was his birthday and there was a bunch of women there for him. So apparently on his birthday, he had like a buffet of women and he could choose which woman he want to go with for the night. And he didn't choose her. So she said that night she decided she wasn't going to be with him no more. So she never went back to his house. Thank God Porsha chose her way out herself. Thank God she got an escape route. I don't know if she was too old because she said she was like 21 or something like that, allegedly. I'm going to bring you that tea when I read the book. So they done canceled Porsha book tour allegedly because the internet is saying that Porsha is lying and Porsha is using R. Kelly as a come up, right? Excuse me. So they said she's using R. Kelly as a come up to sell the book or whatever. Nobody believes her. and so on and so forth. And like, it's bad for the Me Too movement because if anybody want to come out, they're gonna come out because it looks like Porsha's lying or whatever, whatever. I think it's very possible. Now, the reason why the people don't believe her is because she was working on the show that she was on, right? With the Dish Network, and they interviewed R. Kelly, and he came to the show, and he never, ever acknowledged her or said anything to her that he knew who she was. I don't think he even knew her name, because if she was brought to the house, procured to the house, placed in a room, and he came in, they had stakes, like, why would he have to learn her name? Like, she was there already, placed there for him. Like, he don't got to learn their names, especially when they just like, they not gonna be the wifey types that's little girls. They the big old jump offs that come here because they trying to get something. You gonna get something. You get what I give you, and that's gonna be this peen, and then you gonna go because you can't see. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay, it's possible that Porsha did have an interlude with R. Kelly. I'm not gonna say it's a lie. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna get to the. It's no way to tell if it's true or not, because she said when he saw her, he tried to talk to her at the Dish Network because he didn't realize or recognize that he was with her. But that's okay, because all Porsha got to do is go on one of these nice interviews she's been going, because she's been going on many interviews as a part of her book tour, and all she got to do is start describing R. Kelly bedroom, the room she was in. Like, give us something. Give us our free, okay, Porsha? Because otherwise, we're going to be sitting here looking like this a whole lie, and that's not even right. Because if it happened, it happened. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it didn't happen. I'm going to say, start describing something. Describe him. Describe something he made you do, like, so we know, like, tell us something. Like, give us something, Porsha, because I am grasping for straws trying to think that you would not tell such a lie just to sell a book. Like, you would not do that. Like, I do not think somebody would do that. I think that she's in the vein where she is telling out her whole business and her whole life because she wrote her book. She's at that place. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to know. I'm gonna purchase the book. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. And that's the first thing. So that's it for Porsha's Family Matters. I like Porsha's Family Matters. I like the fact that the whole family's involved. They're getting a check. I like that. Porsha ain't no dummy. Okay. Maz, they try to make her seem like she's so stupid or whatever. Porsha ain't no dummy. Porsha know how to get the check. She know how to get to the money. And she know how to protect the money too. So I know that she's protecting her money from whatever Simon's coming with. And she going to quickly disassociate herself before the time comes to get rid of Simon and his problems before they become her problems. She's not going to take on nobody burden. And I know they forfeit. All right? Okay. All right. So that's it for Porsha's Family Matters. The next thing that I wanted to talk about, so we did the girls trip, we did Chance, we did Family Matters, and I wanted to do the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, we are still in the veil, and we're talking about Mary, and they're talking about the fake date. Mary had surgeries because Mary has some kind of sickness, and Cameron was saying that if you do not give to the church, it's like the difference between life and death as to why they gave their money to Mary. The bottom line is Lisa saying, I believe Cameron, I believe Cameron, I believe Cameron. I believe Cameron 100%. I believe everything that Cameron is saying. I believe everything about Cameron. Cameron is everything. Cameron. Then it was like seeming to me that Meredith was deaf, dumb, and blind to Mary's behavior, but I believe that Meredith was trying to be a good friend. But what she is saying, Meredith, is that Jen was terrible to her and nobody listened. Okay? Now, Lisa is running to Mary. Now, I was on Twitter Space last night with Dre with the T. Yes, Mother. AKA Mother, y'all. And I had a great time. Mary was on, and it was a great panel. It was a great discussion about the whole gasp that the internet did because, you know, Mary called Heather chubby, and you know how they're treating Mary. So I actually listened, and it's kind of actually like maybe take a step back, and I want to address a couple things. So for me, Lisa goes to Mary's room. She tells Mary Whitney was the one who said the people at church thinks that Mary's God, and Lisa's a damn mess. She goes on to say that she met with Jen Shaw, and Jen Shaw was talking about Mary, saying that Mary has the people living in fear. People have taken their lives, and she has them on food stamps, and she's a cult leader and all of this. And I'm just saying to myself, isn't it ironic how Jen Shaw, who brought me here, had the nerve to be talking about Mary and trying to put Mary in a bad light when she knew that these allegations were coming down and they were right at her neck for fraud. Talk to me. Is it that she tried to use Mary as her scapegoat? Talked about in the Old Testament that they sent out at the Jewish Passover to take the sins of the Jewish people out into the desert to Azazel. Is Mary Jen Shaw's scapegoat? Those allegations were coming. They were already at you, and you knew they were at your door. However, you tried to throw a bolt in everybody's spokes by putting the spotlight on Mary at this, as you're always done, Jen, at this moment. And that's the reason why Lisa brought Cameron to the dinner. Because Jen brought the tea to Lisa. Lisa sought Cameron out, okay, and brought Cameron to Meredith. She thought Whitney was going to be there, but Whitney was not there. So when Lisa spoke with Mary, poor Mary Cosby doesn't even know that Lisa's trying to manipulate her by running in there and trying to make things look better, when we saw her sit there and say that she believes everything that Cameron said over Mary, but she gonna run telltale to Mary and then say it's Whitney's fault and put everything on Whitney, which I don't even understand what they do. Okay, so Mary forgives everybody except Whitney, but this is my thing, right? And this was a part of the discussion last night. So now that we have Jen Shaw, who has been, you know, arrested for, you know, fraud and things like that, everybody turned their eye to the black woman in the group like, oh, you know, she's a cult leader and this and that and that and this and that and that. And we talked about the Mormon religion, and I talked about my brief experience with Mormonism when I was younger in Jamaica. I am from Portland, and I stayed in Portland for a summer, and they came to my grandmother's house, and I had the Mormons come in, and we sit on the veranda, and I would read the Mormon Bible and study with them, which I did with the Jehovah's Witness, and I did the Jehovah's Witness, and I did the Mormons, and I've been to the Seventh-day Adventist. I'm Christian Seventh-day Adventist and all this. So I've been through a number of religions. I'm also a 5% of Queen Justice Refined Earth. I got a lot going on. All right. I studied the 120 degrees of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the Muslim study. So as a 5% of Queen Justice Refined Earth, we also talk about Allah, the arm, leg, arm, head. All right. So this is my thing. Okay. I've been to, when I came to America in 1995, they came to my aunt's house, the Mormons, and I let them in, and I sat with them, and I studied with them, and they gave me their Bible, and they took me to the church and everything. and I did like it because it was something different, and it's a church, a regular church and everything. The only thing is that they was reading out the Book of Mormon and so on and so forth, but it was my father, and he was not liking that, and he wasn't liking my decision to, you know, try to explore the Mormonism, and he was upset about it. He took their, yes, so I'm not even gonna go in there. And so my experience with the Mormons, just to let you know, the Mormon religion, the basis of it is that there's a man, Joseph Smith, and the Mormons see Joseph Smith as the representation of Jesus in the Western world, the Western hemisphere. So it's like Jesus came back, and he came back on this side of the world in the Americas, and they feel like Joseph Smith, he had a vision where he met an angel or God, and he received 2 stones like Moses, and the words on the stones were translated, and that's the Mormon Bible. And so they look at Joseph Smith as their, I guess, their Messiah or whatever, and that's kind of like the basis of the religion as far as I remember with my experience and what I was taught. One could say that the Mormon religion is a cult because it is not the religion that everybody aspires to, which is Christianity or whatever, or Islam. It's new. It's a new religion, right? So there's a date. It goes back to a certain date where it began and where it started and everything. And so one could say, you know, that's a cult. You know, the polygamy, right? The religion where it's only one prophet. Like, there are certain things that one could look at this religion and say the activities of this religion or the concept or precepts of this religion are cult-like, right? Mary has a church, right? And Mary is a black woman, which they're not. And I know it must be a different experience to walk into a black church versus the Mormon church, right? However, things that occur in a black church, like people catching the spirit, the Holy Ghost, you know, things like that, people prophesying and visions and stuff, that don't happen in the Mormon church. If you've never been to a Christian black church, Pentecostal church, or any type of denomination of church like that, where they black people be running around having the spirit prophesying, talking about what thus said the Lord and all that, that's gonna look weird to you, okay? The problem is not that the women are asking the question. It is just that, why are you asking such a question to question the woman's faith, her religion, or anything of that nature? That's kind of like borderline discrimination, just to tell the truth, right? So we have that going on. And as the only black woman in the show, Mary not drinking, Mary, you know, Mary is carrying the show. She's the one that I'm watching to see the most right now because she's giving me the tea that I want to see, all right? So just to let you know that now Mary giving Jenny the shoes. Jenny saying thank you, but you didn't have to go out and buy them. Mary was like, they wasn't bought, honey. They was already bought. It left Jenny confused in the days. Yeah, they secondhand. Whitney waking up telling Heather, like, Heather, I came by your room last night and you were with I heard Lisa and Mary in there. And so Heather, Lisa, and Mary had a Ponderosa in the middle of the night, and Mary's getting given gifts in the middle of the night, and even Meredith's getting a gift in the middle of the night. So Heather got a gift, Meredith got a gift, Lisa got a gift. The person that get a gift is Whitney. All right. So Heather says, well, when they were on their way out, Mary says, I'm never speaking to Whitney again, and Lisa is my best friend. And I was like, what? And they said Lisa had a giddy smile on her face because Lisa is just like an imp. So that was epic, right? I want to talk about the Mormon religion versus Heather, or Heather versus the Mormon religion nowadays. Now that our eyes are open, Heather is really coming against the religion to show you how arcane their ideas are, as far as you exile your family if they do not walk the path that you walk. Right? I don't know no black church people that's exiling you because you don't come to church. You come to church, and if you don't come to church and you come back to church, you still gonna get let in the door because the door gonna be open, right? So there are a lot of questions and a lot of things that we could be asking about the Mormon church, especially like we the viewers and the watchers. Like, how can you and Whitney and Angie have the same grandfather and not know that? Like, what's occurring, right? There was one person seating 20 families. Like, there are the child brides, the polygamy, all the different things that is not normal to society are questions we could be asking about the religion that nobody is really going into. I don't know why my dress keep falling. This Cynthia, that's why, because Cynthia always flashing people with her damn titties that she's my muse tonight, and that's what's going on. Stop it, Cynthia. I ain't gonna be that much you. Right. So with that said, Mary done brought everybody gifts. She done brought Louis Vuitton. She done brought Louboutins. She giving them vintage stuff, and it's all tea. So they all come together before they leave, and Meredith opens the floor to Mary. Mary starts coming for Whitney. Whitney seeing right through Lisa and saying, well, I think that Lisa is the one that is trying to turn you against me because she's the one who brought Cameron to the group to discuss these allegations against you. I knew the allegations were out there. I heard the allegations, but I did not bring them to the group. Lisa brought Cameron to the group to give Meredith and myself, if I had been there, the message. I was not there, but this is what occurred. So she's showing Mary what Lisa is doing. And Mary is listening because she's like, okay, yeah, no, this is weird. And I think Mary kind of knows Lisa. So she's like trying to figure out what really happened. And she's listening for the tea. Lisa, you did bring Cameron into it, man. Lisa's a flopper. And according to the boys and girls over there by Dre with the Tea, that's her job. No problem. But I do not like her sneaky, meddly, conniving, snaky ways, okay? So I just had to get that out, allegedly. She's very manipulative. And she says, I believe everything that Cameron says. Deep breath. Whew. Mary, Whitney said that you are in a cult and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So that's a problem. All right. Mary has the floor. Mary says it shouldn't be an explanation because it shouldn't be a discussion. Because at the end of the day, if any one of these women, this has been going on for a while. This is season 2. We've been discussing this from season 1. Anybody wanted to know anything about Mary, they've been to the church. If they've seen a cult, they should have said something. You said you went to the church and people told you something, but did you see something at the church to make you think that Mary thinks she's God? Like, break it down. Like, give us something. Like, give us something. Give us our free, Whitney, Lisa, and the girls. Lisa, Whitney trying to get into a place of discussion with Mary. Mary saying Lisa, Whitney's exhausting. Lisa comes in saying, oh, but you care about Whitney. And she's like, yeah. Mary's like, yeah, I care about Whitney. And Lisa's like, yeah, you care about Whitney. And Heather's like, what? Like that, like this conversation is not the conversation that I heard last night, and you giving me something else, Lisa. And Heather says, whoa, you know. Mary says, Lisa, you acting up. Bring it down to a 10, maybe a 2. oh, child. Now Mary had them in check, child, cause that all Mary had to do was and everybody stopped talking, everybody stopped moving, and it's over for the girls and boys. All right. Okay. She said that's nobody's business about them gifts that she was given last night. She wasn't ready to give Whitney one, and it was not about Whitney. So Heather says, so Lisa says, yes, Heather, and you were excited that it's your first real bag. What? How's gonna be Heather's first real bag? We're in Salt Lake City, and she's the owner of the beauty lab, and what? How could Mary be gifting her with her first real bag? The people have questions. I have questions. A lot of questions. All right. So Heather's trying to clear the air. Lisa's deflecting. Mary's deflecting. Mary doesn't think she could have been manipulated. Heather's always on wine, and somebody's always driving her home, and Heather gets up and she's leaving, and she understands what's going on, and she sees the game that's being played, and then Mary's like, Heather with her chubby step, like, you know, Lisa is crazy. Mary says, I am not God, I worship God, the God in me. You know, we all know the God, it's the God in me. You know the song, right? Then Mary talks about Mexican people and drugs and the cartel, and Mary lost me always because I don't know how they chop up Mary's conversations and makes Mary sound like this. It makes Mary sound like she's saying some stuff that don't make any sense. I know she talk fast, but I don't know what she was trying to get out right there. But I'm still waiting. I need more of Mary. Like, these are the 5-minute scenes of Mary. Like, they giving Mary like some little low budget. Like, come on. Like, we need a good like 7 minutes of Mary. We need her in the scene back and forth. We need interplay. We need conversations to be flowing. Like, I need more. Okay. Jen Shaw brought me here. Mary Cosby kept me here. Just to let you know. Okay. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And that's just to let you know. I seen the mid-season trailer. Jenny was attacking Mary. Jen attacked somebody. And it is Meredith's season. For some reason, I just feel like it's Meredith's season. It's Meredith's season to talk, be more vocal, to take her place in the group, to show you that she's a fighter and she's not going to back down, and she's going to give as good as they get. And Meredith did say that she got a PI. She did get a PI not because she wanted to investigate her friends, as Jenny said, but because there was a text message that was sent around that was disparaging to her son, and they wanted to find out where the text message was coming from. And it's the PI said that it most likely came from Jen. So let's clear up certain things, okay? The Mexican cartel subject, I don't even know what Mary was talking about. Half of the stuff Mary was saying, I don't know what she was talking about, but I do believe they don't want to talk. Just like who said they were at the party, and was it Heather who said that nobody wanted to talk about Jen because everybody was afraid of Jen? Or was it Mary who said that? It's the same conversation coming back. People in the group are backstabbers. They're not talking how they really feel. They're not saying what they really think, and behind each other's back they're doing all that talking, and then when they get together it's a total different story. And it's kind of sad for these grown women to not be able to say, well, I think this or I think that or whatever, to get things clear. So the mid-season trailer is everything. I think for the rest of the season I'm going to be having fun. I cannot wait to see the next episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And this is my review, and I am done for the night with that. Just quickly, I know I talked a lot today. I wanted to talk about Teyana Taylor. I don't know if I want to go deep into Teyana Taylor, but every clip I've seen of Teyana Taylor in the past, not every clip, let me not say that, I'll stop that. A couple of clips that I've seen with Teyana Taylor in the last couple months is with her with women and gyrating on women and doing the girl on girl and doing it at like shows and stuff like that, kind of like the woman who peed in the man's face on the show the other day, the rock and roll band, but not as raunchy or whatever. And I'm wondering what role Teyana is playing in the industry, because for me, she seems to be very sexual, and she gives us an image of family, and the perfect family, and the Cosby family, and the black love, and the husband and the wife, and the perfect kids, and the perfect this and the perfect that. But then there are rumors and whispers. I don't know if they have came out and said that they're bisexual or whatever, or they swing or whatever it is. But her attitude and her action is giving that. And I don't know if she's some kind of like gatekeeper for that type of activity or whatever, but it's just a lot of people have been like, so Normani, Normani was whining on her, and she was whining on Jada Cheese and everything, and it was giving me like, I thought they was like, child, child, it was a lot, her and Jada Waiter. And I was kind of confused, because I was like, yeah, that's probably why Jada Waiter probably ain't got no problem with the sweetie thing, because, you know, everybody in the getting tipsy, and then blame it on the alcohol, you know. So like, anything goes, anything can happen. I don't know. I want to know what her role is. So I'm gonna be talking about her very deeply. We're gonna do a piece on her. I'm gonna do the piece together. I don't know what's going on with the equipment. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. If I'm not gonna be getting rid of it, I'm gonna be using it. So I'm trying to figure that part out so I can make the next moves, because I need to make moves. As long as I'm not moving right, you know, today, tomorrow, or whatever, I plan to use up every space, every area, and every opportunity that I have to do my videos and to give you the tea like I want to. And like I need to, because this is my vision, this is my dream, and this is my goal. And I'm moving towards it. I'm super excited for where we are. I'm super excited for how I feel. I'm super excited for, like, putting all of the bad things that have been occurring for the past couple of months. I mean, damn, it's been 7 months. And so, therefore, after a while, you got to move on. Like, emotionally, I am moving on. My doctor had put me out of work till January. And I literally was gonna go back to work in January, but I'm not exactly certain what's occurring, and I'm at my last point and peak in places of carrying that negative energy. I put that negative energy down. I'm picking up positive energy. I'm moving forward in positivity, and that's all that I'm gonna go do from now on. So I'm going to be giving you this tea. I'm not worried about inside, outside. As I say, we have a mantra. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter. Anything, anybody on the outside of me, it doesn't matter what they do, and it doesn't matter what they say. I am currently moving forward into a better space and a better place. I was there. I am there. I get there. And then there's a perpetrated act, because I don't know if they think that it's going to make a difference, because my neighbor walking around telling people I'm getting evicted, which is a lie. Y'all know there's no way for housing to evict me for my religious beliefs, because that's illegal, and that means that they will have to pay me on my way out. A lot of money. And I've been already discriminated and harassed, and it's already been found probable cause, so they still gonna have to pay me on my way out in this fakes. However, we gonna let them have what they have. She can hold what she hold. Okay, I do not concern with it. Doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. Girl is moving to the next phase. As I told you before, I give myself 2-3 years to get to the place and the point that I want to be at, so I could make a move. And when my daughter is going to college, I am going to move with her. So at that point, we'll be going wherever she's going to college at. If she's going to college in Washington, D.C., I'm going to live in Washington, D.C. If she's going to college in Georgia, Spelman University, like she wants to go to a historically black college. And so therefore, I'm encouraging her for one of those. Anywhere she going, that's where I'm going to be at, because I'm not going to let my baby go nowhere and they can't find her body that Jelani Day and all these other people. No, I'm going to be right next to her wherever she at. She could be in the dorm and I'm going to be home. But mommy going to be not too far away, not 30 minute miles away from where my baby at, because not without my daughter. You know that movie, Not Without My Daughter? Not without my baby, not without my daughter. So that's it, right? I think I'm a little territorial when it comes to my kids. And that's the problem. However, I'll survive and they'll survive too. But mommy ain't gonna go too far from them. We all gonna be somewhere together, somewhere doing something, alright? Alright, so guys, this is my show for tonight. I am excited to have given you the tea. You know, we have a lot more to talk about coming up. I do want to talk about Doja Cat next time. I am going to go start watching TT Do You Love Me. And I also have a couple other things to talk about. So you'll be getting new videos soon. And I want to thank you for speaking with me. Thank you for giving me your energy. Thank you for sitting and listening to me talk all this time. I love you so much. Remember, it is Coffee Tea or Labrish. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It is Mona in the Fatigable Heights. And you have a great night. Bye-bye.